Hi, Jenny Stone here from HR Shield with your HR Rescue. Each day, we get hundreds of questions from our clients and other small and mid-sized business owners about some of the most common HR issues. We figured if they have those questions, you might too. So let's provide a lifeline and share our answers to some of the most common scenarios. As a business owner leading a team of employees, solving workplace issues as they appear is just another part of the job. At first glance, employee absenteeism and tardiness may not seem like that big of a deal. After all, emergencies happen. What if absenteeism stops becoming every now and then and instead becomes a pattern of behavior? Employee absenteeism can be difficult to address once it's become a habit or an accepted behavior by your team. As much as you'd like, you can't force employees to show up to work on time. Here's an easy 5-step process to get a handle on employee absenteeism. Number 1, create an employee attendance policy. Create an official employee attendance policy. Workplace attendance should be straightforward. Show up on time as scheduled. But in reality, figuring out how to track, document, and fix employee absenteeism can get complicated and comes up with a lot of if that, then what scenarios. What if an employee comes in 15 minutes late but still shows up? What if they have a sick child or another emergency? What if they don't show up to work at all? Then what? It doesn't matter if your business doesn't have an official HR department or if you have 5 or 50 employees. An official attendance policy makes expectations for work behavior and disciplinary action clear to all team members. So take time to put together a policy that's fair to both you and your employees. It doesn't need to be complicated. Instead, focus on creating a policy that rules out subjectivity and defines what each type of absence means in clear, plain language. Once you're finished, don't tuck your brand new attendance policy in a binder on the shelf or hide it in your employee handbook. Make sure every employee has the chance to see it and is made aware of the changes. Emphasize the importance of attendance as a shared responsibility and that everyone is expected to hold up their end of the bargain. Have your employees sign an acknowledgement confirming that they've read the policy and that they consent to work under new attendance requirements. It's a good idea for your records to confirm it in writing should any disciplinary issues arise later. Number 2, enforce your attendance policy consistently. A pattern of employee absenteeism is something that develops over time and may already be seen as accepted behavior by the time the issue gets to you. In order to learn how to handle employee absenteeism, you have to enforce your attendance policy consistently each and every time. That doesn't mean you can't show employees empathy or can't have any wiggle room for emergencies. Instead, proactively build those situations into your policy. Have some escalation for unscheduled absences. 1 may be acceptable, but 2 may trigger a formal review. Number 3, keep track of employee absences. When it comes to dealing with employee attendance, it's important to keep complete records. How to track employee absenteeism depends on what works best for you and any shift leads or supervisors who will be enforcing the attendance policy. Every time an absence arises, make note of it, either in your employee timekeeping system or in an employee performance tool. Or consider putting together a standalone spreadsheet just for tracking attendance issues. Without a strategy in place for how to document employee absenteeism, it may be hard to keep track of employee attendance and flag when one off-scheduled absence starts to become a pattern. Why do we document everything? Most states have legalized at-will employment, meaning employees can be dismissed without employers having to establish just cause for termination. However, that doesn't mean you have a blank check to fire whoever you want. Bad firing practices can still put you at risk for a wrongful termination suit, and your first line of defense is a well-documented paper trail. Number 4, don't just treat the symptoms, discover the cause. If you're noticing a pattern in an employee's attendance, call it out. Ask them directly why their absences tend to fall on certain days, and use your documentation as evidence. Point out specific times and dates and see how they respond. You may find out there are other things outside of work impacting your employees' attendance and leading to excessive absences. If your employees have valid reasoning for excessive absences and their performance is strong otherwise, Find a way to correct things together. Create a performance improvement plan, update employee availability forms, and adjust schedules where you can as needed. Set goals for them over the next 30 days, including no more absences or tardiness. Keep an open line of communication with your employees that can also help them feel comfortable discussing any issues with their work schedules that could lead to absences. Number 5, don't forget to reward good behavior. Recognizing employees for good attendance and performance can be one of the lowest cost yet highest impact strategies for your business. While you may want to focus on weeding out the employees with poor performance, you don't want to lose the great employees you have in the process. Find a way to call out and reward good attendance on a regular basis. Incentivize employees by offering rewards they don't want to miss, like an extra day off or a chance to choose their own schedule for a week. There's no quick solution when it comes to how to fix employee absenteeism. By implementing a fair employee attendance policy, documenting and tracking of attendance patterns, addressing absences when they occur, having an action plan for excessive absenteeism, and remembering to call out good attendance as often as the bad, unscheduled absences will start to become the exception, not the rule. Have an HR question you'd like answered? Leave your topic idea in the comments section below. And as always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And you can always email us for more information at support@hr-shield.com.